For this myofascial release practice for neck and shoulders, you need yoga block, 2 tennis balls, and a cushion some sort. And we're going into this area here on the pecs. So if you find your collarbone here and then follow it, you'll find this hollow spot. And that's where we're gonna start today. And then we move slightly more down towards the armpit. And I'm gonna lie down on my belly and take the blanket, place the ball in the corner of the blanket on the right hand side, then stretch your arm to the side so that you can place yourself on top of the blanket, on top of the ball, so that it will fall into this hollow spot. And turn your head towards the left hand side and just stay still, keep breathing in and out through the nose, staying here for a brief moment, and then we will be moving slightly upward so that when we place the ball to the same spot, it will move down slightly lower down. Just take time to find a good spot there, and same setup. And just relax, let your body become heavy. Your right arm is heavy on the floor, your head is heavy on top of the blanket. And just make sure that you're as comfortable as possible there so that you can fully relax and just keep breathing in and out through the nose. Staying here for one more moment, and then you can release the ball. You can just stay where you are. Again, I will swap sides so that you can see me better, but we'll do the same thing to the other side. So now stretch your left arm on the side and place the ball on top of the lower left corner. Just settle yourself on top of that. Turn your head towards the right hand side and let your body become heavy. Just breathing in and out. Taking a moment here, just trying to be as relaxed as possible. Take one more full round of breath here. And then slowly come up, move yourself a little higher up so that the ball will be placed a little lower down towards the armpit. And same setup again. Breathing in and out. Let your arm become heavy, your head is heavy on top of the blanket. And just let your body weight do the work there with the ball. And then come up. Take a moment lying down on your back. Just briefly take a moment here and see how you feel around that area, around your pecs. Good, and then start slowly coming up. We move towards the next one. We come to the back side. Place the ball on top of your shoulder blade there. Then take a block and one ball. Come lying on the right hand side. You can also use blanket, however I prefer the block because it takes the pressure off from the shoulder blade. So lean towards the left a little bit once you set up with the block so that you can place the ball under your shoulder blade or anywhere around that area. And Just try and relax. This might get spicy pretty quick, so keep breathing. And now, if you like, you can bend your elbow and you can swing your arm back and forth to get a little movement there. Sometimes movement might even helps, because definitely this one might feels quite tender. And then take a moment there, just staying still, placing your arm on the floor, and take a breath and stay here for one more moment. And then twiddle the ball a little bit towards the different spot around that same area. And again, you can either rest your arm on the floor, or you can bring some movement in to do some cross fiber work there. So either way, see what's more helpful to you, and stay here for one more breath, and slowly change the sides. I'm just gonna swap other way around. You don't need to do that. You just turn or roll over towards the left hand side. And again, place the ball under the shoulder blade. You can lean a little bit towards the right so that you can set up the ball to good spot. And again, either lie down with your arm resting on the floor, or bend your elbow and start adding some movement there by swinging your elbow back and forth. And wherever you are, just try and stay as relaxed as you can, and keep breathing in and out through the nose. Just one more moment. We're gonna stay here. You can add some more movement to the end if you like. And take at least one more deep breath. Breathing in and out here. And then release the balls, release the block, lie down on your back for a brief moment. Just investigating how your body feels after these two practices we've done. And then we head towards the next one, so come up when you're ready. And for this one, you only actually need your block. So come lying on the right hand side and place the block under your armpit so that your elbow is resting on the floor. You're resting your head towards your hand. And first we have the block so that the lower edge of the block is kind of more on the rib cage, and then start slowly rocking back and forth when you have found the good spot there. And I didn't mention, but it's nice to have the block in the mid-height if possible. And just make sure that your hips are on the ground as well as your elbow stays on the ground. And you can stay still or you can keep on rocking. See how you feel. And most of all, again, remember the breath. Breathing in and out through the nose. You can even close your eyes here. And just let yourself become heavy there. You can rock back and forth again a little bit before we switch the position. So now I come a little lower down so that the block will be a little higher up, and now it's right on my armpit here. And again, you can add some movement, rock back and forth, or you can stay still. And just take a moment here. Again, letting your body be heavy on top of the block. Keep your head supported by your hand. Good, then slowly release. And just switch the sides. You don't need to turn around. I'll just swap around so that you can see me better. So we'll take the first scenario here where the lower edge of the block is more towards your rib cage. Elbow on the ground, hips on the ground, head resting on your hand, and add some little movement, rocking back and forth. And you can keep rocking, or you can find a good spot there to stay still and just breathe in and out through the nose. You can close your eyes, letting your body become heavy on top of the block. And we'll stay one more moment before we will be adjusting the block. You can do little rocking back and forth towards the end. And then when you're ready, slowly move yourself a little lower down or move the block a little higher up so that now it's placed on your armpit. Again, feel free to add some movement, rocking and rolling back and forth. And stay still for a few moments. This side as well. Again, keep breathing. And you can rock back and forth a few more times. And then release. Come lying down on your back. We'll take a few breaths here, just again to observe how we feel. Take one more breath, and then we'll continue to the next one. Now you will need a block and both of the balls. And I will first show you what we're gonna do. So we'll start from the straps where the balls are right now, and then we'll bring them slightly more towards the middle. So when ready, lie down, place the balls on your straps, and when you find a good spot, take the block in the middle height or lowest height and place it under your sacrum. The sacrum is that flat triangle shape of bone in the end of the spine. And then just keep breathing. This area is often pretty tender for all of us. So keep breathing and see how you feel. You can add again some movement. You can bring your arms over your head if you like. You can stay here or you can keep moving back and forth, arms overhead, arms beside the body. You can also bring your arms to the side and kind of hug you cross-armed, and then again placing the arms other way around, or stay still for a few more moments. Breathe in and out, and replace the balls, bringing them now a little bit more closer towards the spine. And same thing, just relax on top of the balls, let your shoulders, upper body become heavy. You can hug yourself cross-armed, or you can add some movement by bringing your arms over your head and back beside the body. Just see what feels good for you, what is serving you within this pose. Close your eyes and keep breathing. We stay here for a few more moments. And then release the block, release the balls, and lie down on your back for a few more moments. And again, just take a moment to observe how you feel, how does your body feel, and then come back up. Now we don't need the balls anymore. What you need is the block in the mid-height, and we're gonna lie down and place the block so that it's behind your head, not behind your neck. So once you get there, just double check that your neck is off the block so that the lower corner of your block is right in the bottom of the skull. And first you possibly won't feel so much, so just pause and just relax there. Your arms will be resting beside the body and let your head drop. And then turn your head as far towards the right as you can. And then turn it halfway back towards the center. And then just let your head drop into the block again. And breathe in and out through the nose. Feel the softening against the block. And again, from here, notice the direction where your nose is pointing. And again, turn halfway back towards the center from there. And if you wanted to stay any longer, feel free to pause. Otherwise, take one more deep breath and then come back to the center. Stay here for a moment. Feel the rush of blood circulating on the right hand side. And from there, start slowly turning your head towards the left as far as you're comfortable. And there again, notice the direction where your nose is pointing and come halfway back towards the center. Again, let the head drop into the block, and within your breath, feel the softening. And again, check the point where your nose is pointing, and from here again, come halfway back towards the center again. Stay here for a few more moments, taking a breath in and out. And slowly start coming back to the center. Release the block. lie down on the floor for a moment. And again, you can pause and stay here for longer. Just taking a moment there after the practice. Just absorb the areas we have just gone through. Otherwise, you can come back up. And I want to thank you for sharing the practice.